Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Witch Hat Atelier episode number 3 reaction. Alright, the previous video I reacted to the two episodes that has come out, and in those two episodes we get introduced to a world where magic is something which apparently people who are born with magic they can, like do. But turns out as we move more and more into the story we get to know apparently that was a lie. Not a lie technically, but like that was a false like information or rumors that was being spread by the people, like the ones in the center, because uh, before, a lot of bad things happened when magic fell into the hands of people who didn't have good intentions. And like since magic in this world can be done by anyone by just drawing and having like special ink, yeah, it became a very dangerous thing in the hand of common people. So, like this was a rumor that was spread by everyone to keep everything in balance. But our main character, Coco, kind of gets her hands on this ink and she uses it to do a forbidden magic, which unfortunately kind of encapsulates her mother in like some sort of a crystal. And Quifre, the other main character, he saves Coco, and now she has to become a witch, so that in the future she can find ways to get her mother out of there. Yeah, so that was like the whole thing, and it was a great start. Yeah, and we met some new some characters, the characters that will probably be on the same journey as our main character Coco, and one of the girls challenged her to like a match or something. So I guess we'll see what happens to that in this episode. So yeah, let's get started. Episode number 3. I'll be putting the timer over here. Sync the timer to the original video and watch it alongside my reaction. And yeah, let us get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, right. Well, that's one way. Right. Hmm. You may have a connection. Brimmed gap. Oh wow. Been highest elevation. Ooh. Okay. Well, I yeah, the data range test. So this is the place where Kiefer was saying it's like very dangerous now. Consent of the crown. Reach the summit. Ah, right. Well, yeah, yeah. It has the. I think that's cheating. If you can fly, you can just go there. Oh wait, what? Really? You can like literally use this to just. Okay, I guess. Right. Well, well, I'm assuming she doesn't know that what Quifre said, that now it's like because of the elevation, it's very dangerous now. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's like a compass, obviously. That's why it's yeah, okay. I don't think you should swing that thing around like that. Bah. Eh, okay, let's see. Ooh, fantastic. Well, I think you definitely need those shoes here because I was not expecting them these things to be floating. I thought it would be just a mountain. Oh, wow. This looks like some kind of a platforming video game. Yeah. Yeah, I think you should be careful with that. No, you put your shoes together. You have to make the thing. It's incomplete because half of it is in the other shoe. Yeah. Right. Well, need practice. Right. Well, wow. Damn, there's electricity inside of underwater? Hmm. I did think, why does he live like in that place? Okay. Well, about that, something's already happening. Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, well, what? Hello? What in the? Ugh. What is that? Brush buddy? Right. Wait, will the magic work now? Oh no, I was saying like it's not gonna work. No, because it fell in the water. Oh, now what? Maybe get into one of those and they float up. Well, she's the one who told her to go. Who can't do what I can? What? Yeah. Damn. Who's this? Oh, she knows. I thought she was unaware. I thought. Oh my god. Yeah. You're right. You're direct on. Wait, what? No. Yeah. Yeah, but you used to, she used to draw. Okay. Is she going to draw on her, like, dress or something? Yeah, okay. Oh, in the, okay. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, what did she? Oh, it's like a sale. Yeah. Bruh. Okay, here we go. Okay, so like I feel like instead of like a boat, if you use it like a parachute, like a glider, it will work well. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That will work well. Damn. Oh. Hmm. Yep. This is like a pseudo glider and a like a like the what do you call them? The flying broom or whatever. Oh, there it is. Oh, we need a break for this. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Oh, there you go. Oh, she's gonna come back, I think. Yep. Hi guys, and there you go. I got the. Damn, that what was it called? Brush buddy? Hmm. Well. um. Well, what was I supposed to do? Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, it's her. I think like stuff like a pen, a brush. Not pen. Sorry, a brush, ink, something like that, right? Oh. Oh, it's a backpack. Oh no, wait, what? Tackle the risk of use of magic. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so these are the brimmed hats, right? Right. And there you go. That was today's episode. So today we had the test that what was her name? Agot, right? That she told Coco to go and go through that test because obviously she cannot accept her before she, or like she thought that like Coco was just like here for without going through all the trials and tribulations that they had to face, so she's not worth it and all that stuff. Obviously Coco was like, yeah, like I'll prove myself. And in that process she learned like a very important lesson, which is that she thought up until now that she was someone who, since she hasn't practiced magic compared to the other girls, she was lagging behind. She was not someone who had been practicing magic for a very young age and part of a completely different world. So she considered herself inferior to everyone. But here, she realized that just like the others, maybe in a different way, but she also learned how to like do these like these sketches and these structures, these symbols. She also knows how very well how to do it because her mother used to teach her about these, and she used to use this in the tailoring process, like to like cut the cloth and make like like what do you call them, make the symbol, not symbols, but the the lines and everything, so that you can cut properly the cloth. So she was also someone who from a very young age grew up like that. So in a different process, in a different way, however, but at the end of the day it's kind of the same thing. So yeah, she learned about magic in her own way. And one thing that we saw here, obviously, as she said, that if I'm not able to do it with the brush, obviously she's new with the brush. She hasn't used brush and ink that much. Um, but using a familiar tool, she can show her true potential because that's how she has been accustomed to using it. Now, obviously, I'm pretty sure in the future she'll learn little by little how to use the brush and ink. But for now, in this situation, this was what she needed to properly pass the test. And she utilized her uh, previous experience with her mother uh, and used those sketching skills to make a simple symbol and yeah, just glide through the air and get the flower thing that she was supposed to get. Right. Now let's talk about a few things here. First and foremost, what's her name? Agot, right? Yeah. So this girl here, I don't know what she has gone through in her life, what type of backstory she has, but she has a very extreme way of looking at things. Like, like when she said something, what did she say? She said something along the lines of that I hate it when other people are not able to do something that I can do. I'm like, what are you talking about? So that's why I'm saying I don't know what she went through. I'm assuming this has something to do with maybe something in her past or something, you know, like maybe some situation that she went through that made her like because obviously like people are not born like this. Like obviously they won't have this amount of like something must have happened or some kind of experience must have made her think like this. So I guess that will probably be revealed later on. um, but it's a very extreme way of thinking, like like because the thing is, like as she said that I hate it when, where's that part now, the main problem that she had, which we can understand, is the fact that she doesn't like the fact that Coco just got in like this, like like an accident. She just became a witch, and she cannot accept that because she and the others had to go through a lot of training, a lot of like, like hard sweat, like, like sweat and tears they had to, like spend to probably get to this position that they are in, you know, while Coco just got in because of a certain incident. So she's not able to accept that, which she made pretty obvious in the previous episode in itself. But obviously, like, keeping that aside, what she said later on was absolutely baffling. Okay, if she can't pass a test that simple, she shouldn't be an apprentice. I hate people who can't do what I can. What? Nah, man, this is crazy. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I do wonder what happened to her, like what she went through to have this sort of a, like, outlook on life. Like, I hate people who can't do what I can. Like, people are different. Nobody can do something that you do perfectly. And in the same way, there's definitely a lot of things that someone else can do that you cannot do. So if that's how you judge people, that is a very, I don't know what to say, a very, like, sad way to look at life. Like, oh, I'm gonna, like, yeah, but like I said, like, I'm assuming this is definitely has something to do with her past, maybe something she went through which made her, like, have this sort of an outlook on life. So let's wait and see, because I don't know. I don't think anyone in a normal environment who grows up in a normal environment would grow up with this sort of an outlook on life. Like, that is impossible. Like, yeah, something definitely must have happened. Like, or some way she maybe grew up in such a way which, like, in such an environment which maybe made her believe in something like this. So something, definitely something in her past or in her childhood made her outlook like this. So yeah, I'm assuming we'll get to know that later, because these are the characters that we're getting to meet in the very first few episodes. Like, these are like the very new first characters that we're meeting. So I'm pretty sure by the end of it, each and every one of them will become good friends with Coco. Because obviously, like, it's, like, it's, this is like something, like, I feel like it's very common in every single story, where the initial characters that you meet, they usually become your good friends, even if it seems like at the very beginning that some might have some sort of a beef with you, or some sort of a, like, different outlook than you, and you always, like, clash. But if these are characters that are being introduced at the very beginning, usually, most of the time, as, like, the story proceeds, they become good friends, or something along those lines. So I'm sure the same thing will happen with these characters as well. So yeah, like, let's wait and see. Either way, that's a very extreme way of looking at things. I gain no benefit being around them. Damn. Especially outsiders. Yeah, so obviously she was very confident that, oh, she's going to fail, she's going to come back soon enough, this and that. But obviously, in the end, as we see, when Coco comes back with the thing, with those flowers, she's like, right, she I don't know, like, she's, this part you cannot really properly decipher what she's feeling. Because there was a section that I felt like she felt a little bit guilty, when Kifre said that, oh, like, why did she go there? Like, in this time of the year, I have to go and stop her. Yeah, it was too soon for her to take the test. Anyway, obviously, she's not like you guys, you know. She hasn't been around living around magic her whole life like we have. Yeah, when he was saying all of this, it did seem like, yeah, she felt a little bit guilty here. But then Coco comes back and then when like Coco hands over the flower to her, she just leaves. Now, like I said, you cannot really judge what she's feeling here at this point, because it can be either it can be two things. Either she's feeling um what's that word, guilty. Yeah, I think guilty would be the better word. Either she's feeling guilty about the fact, and like bad about the fact that she forced her, and then now she has actually brought it back, so it's like actually kind of weighing on her more about the fact that she did something like that to her, even though she should know that Coco hasn't been among magic, so she could have easily lost her life there. So maybe she was feeling something like that, that's why she left. Or she's feeling maybe um I don't know, maybe like ashamed, not ashamed, but ashamed about the fact that she came back and she proved her wrong. So that maybe made her just leave like that. I don't know. Well, we'll see. The next episode we'll probably get to know, because after bringing back the flower, she just kind of left and she didn't really say anything. Either way, um, Coco and her will probably be clashing heads now and then. Obviously, it'll be temporarily, but I'm sure they're going to find a common ground soon enough. Right. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about a few other things. First and foremost, we get to know that Kifre has apparently some other kind of a motive, because that witch, that lady, she said something along the lines of that, oh, like, did you make her your apprentice because like you finally gotten a lead on the brimmed hats or something like that. And they also mentioned how forbidden magic has been used after like 4 years, so they finally found like some sort of a trail to follow, and Coco is that person who brought that. So the lady was saying that, oh, is that why you decided to make her your apprentice, which you can see Kiefer wasn't really happy about, like after when she said that. Kiefer kind of felt, I felt like Kiefer felt a little bit like, like uncomfortable or offended at that. But either way, so he has some sort of a personal reason for like for this whole thing. Uh, right, and then obviously they talk about the test, where Kifre says that now is not the good time, because obviously if it was someone else, then I guess it would have been fine, because these girls, they are with magic from the very beginning. They have been learning magic from a very young age. Coco is different. She just stumbled upon magic in like a few days ago. So letting her go into that test like this, it's in no way it is like a good thing. But obviously, while all of this was happening, we had like Coco and Agot being like, oh yeah, you have to do the test because we completed the test way before, when we were way more younger. Either way, the test was pretty good. She did give her shoes to Coco, which did help for quite a while, but it kind of, she fell in the water and kind of, like the the inscription kind of faded out, so it was pointless after a while. But yeah, either way, I when they were talking about this, I thought they were talking about like going up a mountain or something. So when she gave her the boots, I was like, wait, isn't that cheating? Like, come on, like if you're supposed to go up a mountain, like if you're wearing like a boots, like a pair of boots which has like a flying spell in on it, engraved on it, and you can just fly like or float like that, that's cheating. And then I saw I saw the test and I'm like, oh right, never mind. Yeah, you need the boots here because it's not a mountain. it's like floating like patches of land. So yeah, like in no way is wearing flight boots could be considered cheating here, because these patches of mountains themselves are floating in the sky. So, right. Either way, I the thing is, if Coco knew how to properly, like, fly using those boots, she could have easily completed this. Like it would have been child's play. Um, but it's like she doesn't know how to use them. It's like the first time she's using them. It's like if you give someone like a bicycle or like a motorbike or whatever, and tell them to ride it, and like go somewhere like 2 or 3 kilometers, like at a distance, and tell them to do something. For someone who doesn't even know how to ride a bicycle or a motorcycle, it would be like a crazy task. But for someone who knows how to do it, going 2 or 3 kilometers isn't really a big deal. They can easily do it. Yeah, it'll be like child's play. So for Coco, it is impossible almost, because she doesn't even know how to properly balance herself. And yeah, she ended up like wetting her boots, which made it completely like useless. And she also dropped her ink and all that. And in the end, she was kind of feeling sad, and she was thinking like, am I not worthy enough? Like, maybe they're right. And oh, another thing you can see here, there was a brief moment where she was thinking of using the ink on herself. you know like, if she did it, she would have treaded into the realm of using forbidden magic, and that would have been not good. So, but thankfully she was like, no, like that is not allowed, that is forbidden. Either way, in the end, she comes up with an idea of using her mother skills that she was taught, and she made a incantations, not incantation, like a magic circle with wind property in it, and decided to do. Now, I at first I couldn't understand why she made it into a sail, because I was like, what the hell is a boat going to do here? You have to go up, right? So I was like, why did she make it a sail? But then, in a weird way, she was able to figure out finally what to do with it, because the sail broke, and it became like a glider. So, yeah, that was better. Like it became like a side pseudo glider slash broomstick kind of thing, and she used it to fly up, get the flowers. It took her a while to grab it properly, because obviously she cannot land like that. Um, yeah, and then there you go. She completed the test. Pfrey was very concerned when he came back. He's like, oh no, you shouldn't have let her go. Like, like it's very dangerous. She's not accustomed to magic like you guys. But Coco just came back, and Coco's like, oh, I got it. Right. And then Kifre gave her like like the uniform and everything, with the pointed hat. And yeah, she is officially Kifre's pupil now. And in the end, we see one of the brimmed hats. I think that's what they're called. Like on top of one of those patches of land. And yeah, keeping an eye on Coco, I think, because he said something along the lines of the the seed has finally taken. What did he say? The seed has finally taken. Oh, the seed has sprouted. Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I think he was talking about Coco. Uh, yeah. So there you go. Now, the person who gave her the book and the thing, the the brush at the very beginning in that little festival thing, I'm assuming that was something that was pre-planned, right? Otherwise, like, like, why give a random child these things? And now this person is saying the seed has sprouted. So I do wonder if there's like particular reason why they particularly chose cocoa to give those two, and if there's like some sort of actual reason why cocoa. But anyways, these things I think will probably be, if there is these some sort of a thing going on with cocoa, like some sort of a hidden like reason why it was her that was chosen by the brimmed hats. If there's some sort of reason, I'm assuming they will be revealed way later. We're barely at the beginning, so let's just keep watching where this goes. So yeah, that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 3 of Witch Hat Atelier. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.